Well, as I've been saying, without a sensible assessment of the humiliating defeat of the coalition on May 21, both government and democracy are significantly weakened. I'll speak shortly to the 28th Prime Minister of Australia, Tony Abbott. The man should be venerated within the Liberal Party. Only history, it seems, will record his remarkable achievements in two elections, 2010 and 2013, where he proved he knows a lot about winning. The figures speak for themselves. In 2013, Tony Abbott's coalition won 90 seats in the House of Representatives. He won 18 seats from Labor in 2013. In 2010, he won 7 from Labor, 25 seats all up, never before done in Australian political history. But what's more significant is that the coalition following the recent election goes into the House of Representatives with 58 seats. Tony Abbott had 90, a difference of 32. But Morrison and the Libs, because the Nationals won all their seats, the Libs lost 18 and they didn't win a seat from Labor. Unfortunately for Andrew Constance, the tightly fought seat of Gilmore has been declared as a Labor hold, so congratulations there to Fiona Phillips. But the overall figures are even worse. The coalition under Tony Abbott, this is 2013, won 5.8 million first preference votes in 2013. By 2022, Scott Morrison's coalition had lost 1 million votes. Put another way, since the knifing of Abbott and the lurch to the left, the coalition unsurprisingly have lost 1 million votes. Former Prime Minister Tony Abbott joins me. Tony Abbott, thank you for your time. Does anyone in the Liberal Party these days ever talk to you about winning or how you won?
Alan, look, I do talk pretty regularly to my former colleagues, and being the last person to take the Liberal Party from opposition into government, being, if you like, the expert at winning your way back into government from opposition, I certainly expect that my counsel will be sought.
You'll be working overtime, I can tell you, to pick up all the deficit. Look, though, it must be dispiriting because lots of people watching us tonight, for those who turn up to support the party and then have to endure this result.
Look, it's always tremendously disappointing to lose. It doesn't matter whether you've been a good government or a not so good government. The night you get turfed out is just terrible. And the weeks and months getting used to being in opposition, regardless of your place in the party pecking order, are just bleak. But in the end, we have to remember the advice of St. Paul, to fight the good fight, to keep the faith and to stay the course. And that's certainly my advice to all of those disappointed Liberals and Nationals out there. Fight the good fight, keep the faith, stay the course.
But if they take the wrong attitude into the fight, I mean, there is this mistaken view by people in the Liberal Party, and we could name them, that the election represented a shift to the left. Now, while Labor and Greens would be regarded politically as representing the left on the spectrum, and they did improve their numbers in the House, but they did not improve their primary vote. Labor's primary vote fell from 4.7 million in 2019 to 4.15 million at the election, and the Greens only increased their primary vote by 4,000. So put them together, they have shed more than 500,000 votes. Isn't it true, Tony Abbott, that from Menzies through to Fraser to Howard and then to Abbott, the coalition keeps winning when it's a strong alternative to Labor? It loses when it can't be distinguished from the other side.
That's a very fair point, Alan. And if you look at the results the other Saturday, it's not exactly that Labor stormed into government. They kind of ebbed into government because, if you like, the government ebbed out. There was no great enthusiasm for either the coalition or the opposition. And if you look at the primary votes, Labor, the Greens and the Teals, between them got a whisker under 48%.